The displaced families in Al-Dala continue to suffer as a result of the humanitarian situation. Torrential rains which hit major parts of the country added to their suffering. This report has more details.
7,000 displaced families have been living in severe suffering for 4 years from the north and west of Al-Dala regions after the Houthi militia turned their areas into a war zone, in addition to hundreds of displaced families from other areas outside Al-Dala governorate. Most of these families complain about the inappropriate shelter, the lack of their basic needs and sources of income after the cessation of their work, as well as the absence of necessary services. It seems that what humanitarian organizations provide is not sufficient, as it is provided on seasonal basis and in very small amounts compared to the needs of these displaced families in Al-Dala governorate.
We were displaced to Al-Dala Governorate and then from there to Qataba. Humanitarian organizations send their teams to film the area and their homes without providing any help or finding a solution to our misery. We don't have water, electricity, or shelter. There's nothing available here in the area.
We suffer from the lack of water, electricity, food supplies, and shelter due to the heavy rains and the continuous flooding here in the governorate. The organizations only come to shoot and document the condition we are living in, but with no avail. We call on the organizations to intervene and help the displaced families here in the camp.
The suffering of thousands of displaced families in Al-Dala is compounded day after day due to the economic deterioration, high prices, loss of source of income, and limited intervention of humanitarian organizations. This suffering doubles during the rainy seasons and winter, as the IDPs shelters in Al-Dala, Qataba, Al-Hussein, and other districts that were destroyed due to heavy rains and wind, and many of these families became homeless and without furniture.